We need to walk only 20% away from heaven, to the gates of heaven. But guess what? That is the hardest though, because the 80% has already been accomplished. On the cross, Christ completed 80% of the journey to heaven for us, free. Because the Bible says, yet when we were sinners, Christ died for us. So no matter who you are, a sinner, whether you are Hitler, no matter how many people you have killed, no matter how many sins you have committed, you are 20% away from heaven. But that is the hardest, because Christ walked that 80%, and that was on the cross. And how hard was it? Because on the night before Christ was being killed, on the night before he was going to be killed, he went to in the mountain of Gethsemane. He prayed a prayer to God. And this is how hard that 80% was. He said, God, if there is any way, if there is any chance that Kwaku, which is me, can make it to heaven, if there is any way that Linda can make it to heaven, if there is any way that Joseph can make it to heaven, if there is any way that humanity can make it to heaven, Father, let this cup pass me by. Brothers and sisters, if there was any way, if there was any chance that we human beings could have been saved, that's that 80% chance of to heaven, Christ would have never died. Christ would have never died. But what did he say? May your will be done. That means without the death of Christ, no one, nobody is going to heaven. Without the death of Christ, he need to accept the 100% death of Christ on the cross. So we need to hold on fast to the cross. It was because when Christ thought about the death that he was gonna die, his God. Because if you read Isaiah 53:10, it tells you, for Yahweh was pleased to crush his son. God was excited because at that moment, God, Jesus has become sinful on that cross. Not for his sin, because the Bible let us know that Jesus was what? He was perfect. He was spotless. So right now it's up to you. The challenge is thrown to you, brothers and sisters. It's thrown to us. Let me put it that way. The challenge is thrown to us. The tower has been thrown to us. The 20% chance. That's all we need to do. Stay away from sin. 1, fornication. 1, adultery. That was 2. 3, lustful memories. Not just lustful memories, because Christ said, even if you lust of a woman in your heart, it's like what? Committing an adultery with her. You know what? Not just worship God or worship, just say that I love Christ Jesus, because if you love Christ Jesus and you don't do the will of God, it means nothing. Yes, we have to confess that Jesus is the Son of God, believe it by faith, and after that, the 20% chance, do the will of God, stay away from sin. Can you do it? That 80% chance, the 80% journey has already been completed by the death of Christ. It's already completed. So the tower has been thrown to us to complete that 100%. Would you take the challenge? Would you take that 20% journey to heaven? If we cannot complete 20%, how could we have done the 80%? That's when you go down on your knees, gotta glorify this man, because he deserved it. He left his throne, came and died for us. Let's be grateful.